Oh, wait.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Hardwood Homies. You might have thought we were done, but we're back and we're ready to go. I'm Trenton DeRocher,
I'm Jacob Owens.
and it's been a while, but how are we going to start this off? We're going to start off just talking about some teams, a little recap action.
Yeah, let's do it. Maybe
Okay.
should we, I don't know. What do you want to do? Look at the rankings, or we can just go through like surprises, disappointments? Well, let's just explain.
We're a little out of control here. It's been what, I don't even know, 8 months since we've done a podcast?
I want to say 8 months. It's
just
been
since we've
over
recorded.
half a year. We obviously did not do it during the fall. It was unclear if we were going to do it a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we didn't even know if we were ever going to have the homies back. So
yeah, but we're back in business, and we're coming to you tonight. So yeah, let's just get into I guess what's kind of shocked you so far.
what's shocked me so far? I guess the parity probably would be the biggest shock so far. I don't even know if there's a single team that I could really point at and say that's a national championship contender, like one that I'm that faithful in to make even just the Final Four. Like,
Okay.
I don't know if there's one team that I even, trust that much, but I guess that could be said with any season. Obviously, you've got Purdue, who's looked solid, Houston, Alabama, teams like them, but they're susceptible for sure. So,
Yeah, I will say I agree. I don't really. It's not like we always go back to this, but the Baylor Gonzaga year where there were like two clear teams, you're like, okay, one of them. No, I think, but Alabama, I feel like they've been consistent compared to most, and they don't have like the history of underperforming in March like Purdue.
Yeah.
So I kind of like them at the moment.
Purdue's best year was one of the years that I didn't even think they'd be very good, and then Carson Edwards came in and just went nuclear from three. Man, he was crazy.
How far did they make it? The Final Four?
They lost the Elite Eight to Virginia.
They still didn't make the Final Four.
No, they lost on Virginia had a buzzer beater to send it to overtime, and then ended up winning in overtime, and then went on to win the championship. So Purdue, pretty close.
That's not a bad season or bad loss. Okay, yeah, and also that brings up Houston, which that's why I like Alabama, because they beat Houston in Houston, and I think it was Houston's first loss of the season, and it was one of those games where Alabama kind of dominated them and got close later on, and then they still came out with the win, so it's kind of a gut check there in the second half.
Yeah, no, I like Alabama too. Brandon Miller, if you haven't got the chance to watch him play because that guy can shoot the lights out. He's big guard that, can move really well. He's athletic, and I don't know. He could score 30.
And he's a freshman, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, true freshman.
You've been high on him for a bit. And you think player of the year, everyone says like Zach Edey from Purdue, but is Miller in the running?
Yeah, he's definitely probably top 3, maybe top 5.
Okay.
After Edey, I think it probably goes to Jalen Wilson from Kansas. I think he's been playing really well lately. But Edey right now is pretty clear-cut the favorite. So I don't see it going to anyone else but him, unless he really starts to struggle and their team loses and stuff. I don't know. But
yeah, I can see that. Okay. Yeah, Wilson, no, he's been even good in I guess the main game I've seen him in is a loss, but he still looked good in the Kansas State game like a week ago.
Yeah, Kansas is a weird team. They kind of struggle to score sometimes. It feels like if he doesn't get his 20, whatever he averages a game. If he doesn't get that, they kind of struggle to score. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's not really.
It's kind of a scary.
If you're looking to repeat, I don't think that's a good sign for Kansas. But kind of the Blue Bloods are down.
Yeah.
We talked about it. Not disappointing, maybe not down. It's not like.
Well, they're down from what they usually are. I mean.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Duke and Carolina have had a couple of years as of late where they've had some struggle starts, and Duke missed the tournament, 2 years in a row, right before COVID happened.
Oh, yeah. Well,
the 1 year it got canceled, but we all know they weren't going to make it unless they they win 5 games in 5 days in the ACC tournament. So, I mean, it wasn't going to happen. They were down that year too, but I don't know. Yeah, both of those teams are struggling. So, well, not really struggling, just off to a slow start.
Yeah, like Carolina's at 15-6 or something, and they were the what were they, preseason number 1?
Yeah,
because of last year. Yeah, Caleb Love, R.J. Davis, they all came back. Baycott too.
He's been playing well too.
Yes, he broke the record for rebounds in a career.
Did you see the video of Hansborough shaking his hand? Tyler Hansborough, he looked like he was so upset.
Oh, really? I knew he was there.
He looked like he's about to cry as he was shaking his hand at half court.
Jesus, that's a pretty big record, I guess.
It is, and he's kind of like the face of North Carolina basketball, and in some ways, I feel aside from Michael Jordan. Jordan. But people think of him as a bull. They don't really
I agree with that. I wouldn't say he's a face of North Carolina, but that is weird though. I don't think of Baycott as that legendary of a player in their history. Probably because they just haven't been
as dominant. They won a national championship with Hansborough. Maybe they even I think just one, but they Final Four at least twice. And, they were year in and year out one of the premier programs, whereas now North Carolina's kind of mixed bag, I guess. Yeah. Would be the way I would describe it.
Yeah, I've told you this, but so last year they went on this big run, and then this year it's they were really good last year. It's like UCLA when they went on the run, barely made the tournament. The next year, everyone thought they were going to do great things, and they didn't. I hope same thing happens for North Carolina. But
praying on their downfall.
No, it's just we don't. They're doing okay. Duke, Kentucky. That people actually at one point, a week or two ago, were saying they should fire Calipari.
Fire Calipari. Wow.
Maybe that's not a big, but there was some. It wasn't just random crazy.
No, I hadn't actually heard that. That's pretty nuts.
Really, yeah.
Especially. He's been there so long. It would be hard to imagine someone else coaching Kentucky.
Internet's a wild place, but it was more than just.
But I guess that's the way things are going. Coach K gone, Roy Williams gone, Jay Wright gone.
Yeah, Villanova.
They've suffered the brunt of it. Yeah. Villanova's been pretty brutally horrible this year.
Yeah, they're 10-10. If that tells you anything.
What are they in conference? 1-7, 2 -
Yeah, I do think they have 1 or 2 wins.
Yeah, they beat. Georgetown.
One of the worst teams in America, yes. 5-16 Georgetown.
They beat DePaul.
They did. That is the worst team in the conference, I think.
DePaul is. Yeah. They probably have the same record, but now they maybe don't have the head-to-head, right? Because they would have one win over Xavier.
That's bizarre.
Who we wanted to talk about. Good segue. I know you want to talk Xavier.
Yeah, that's the thing. We've been gone so long. There's a lot of teams, but we could kind of branch off.
Talk to every single top 25 team.
Yeah. No, Xavier. They are, I believe, 13 right now, but they're playing probably a top 10 team. I'd say.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
They just beat UConn on Tuesday at UConn for the second time all year. They were actually the team that handed UConn number 1 at the time their first loss. Sean Miller, he's back coaching.
He's back.
Whether you like him or not, he is back. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's what John Rothstein says every time he wins, his little slogan for Miller, back to the future. He'll never go back to the Arizona future, but Xavier, good truck stop in the meantime. But anyway.
He's there to stay for now.
And for people that don't know, that's where Miller kind of made a name for himself as a good coach, Xavier. So that's why the slogan and, there's some history there. It's not just a random thing.
Then he learned everything he knew about paying recruits at Arizona.
Yeah. Well, he was cleared by the NCAA, but I'm not going to pretend the program was
He didn't clear my NCAA, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm not sure he did mine either, unlike many Arizona fans. But the Xavier, I realized, didn't even really talk about him. They have good wins, but probably one of the best transfers in America. At least that's what a lot of people are saying. Say it. I like your little French.
Boom.
It's pretty close to how it's pronounced. From UTEP. He's a guard. I don't know.
He's a guard. Yeah, he is a guard. He can score all 3 levels. He's a good shooter. Finishes at the basket well.
That's what I
mid-range. Yeah, Xavier can score. They can put up some points in a hurry. And I noticed it. They played Gonzaga actually earlier in the year in one of the Feast Week tournaments, I think. And they looked really good, but their defense was just miserable. And that was kind of them at the beginning of the year. But now they've kind of fixed the defense a little bit, and they're starting to actually get some stops, and they're winning a lot more games. So
they are. I think they're like 17-3, like a really, really good record. And it's not even their record. You look at like they've just been on it. They're 9-1 in the Big East, which you were saying is like a good conference.
I think that the Big East is like top to middle, one of the, like maybe the best it's been in actually quite a while.
Which is weird because when one of the powerhouses goes,
it's just
out,
everyone's like, solid. You know,
Providence
is good. Creighton is, they struggled.
They're
obviously,
a weird team,
but
actually.
Yeah, and then you've obviously got Xavier. You've got UConn, who, despite the losses, is still a really good basketball team. And I wouldn't be surprised if they play good in March.
No, yeah, they were 14-0, then lost 6 of 8. And but they have a good front court, probably one of the best with Sonogo up there. And
Hawkins can they've got really good shooters. I think Calcaterra, one of their dudes that comes off the bench, he can really shoot it well. I think he was actually starting at the beginning of the year. Maybe he's cooled off a little, but I don't think he's starting anymore. So
yeah, it is. UConn's weird because they're probably one of those teams that you do not want to play in March just because they have the ability to be great, but people will forget about them because of this stretch right now.
Yeah.
So, one thing this is the thing I didn't tell you. So Sean Miller, weird thing is he was a defensive coach. Like at Arizona, I'll say we as fans. I didn't play on the team. That's how
I hate when people do that.
The we?
Yeah. No. I hate when people get mad at it because it's it's my team, I'm affiliated.
What else am I going to say? It sounds very isolated and weird. Yeah, no, we. So Arizona, in the glory days even, they were really good defensively. They had good offensive players, but for what they had, they were not good. I don't know, I wouldn't want to be a shooter or a guard and go to Arizona in the old days, aka 5 years ago. But so Miller was unemployed for a year, and according to John,
collecting his checks.
He was actually.
He was collecting unemployment checks?
No, but he was like making appearances on media. Like normally, if you get caught in a scandal in the real world, you're like ostracized.
Yeah. Well, sports is.
Yeah, it's like, come on, buddy. Come on.
Weird place. It's like,
you've been accused of that.
Slap on the wrist and welcome back.
Exactly.
Bill Self.
Bill Self a lot better than Miller. Like ESPN just tried to destroy Miller. They love Self. Yeah. But yeah, Miller, weirdly enough, he studied. This is according to John Rothstein. He studied the offense of Purdue, Arizona under Tommy Lloyd, and what was it? I think Gonzaga. Yeah, I think you're right. And I just found that fascinating. He's studying the guy that took over for him, who's been a head coach for a year. But, I mean, it's worked.
Well, one thing to note of that is obviously that he didn't get fired from Arizona. I feel like it'd be different if they fired him and put somebody in place of it. Well, maybe he did get fired, right?
I think he did get
fired.
It
wasn't for his performance, I guess is more right.
No.
It was for what? It was for the scandal and stuff.
One could argue that, it was probably because
he wasn't
the FBI showed up, so he wasn't doing good compared to. But relatively speaking, no, they were not doing bad.
Right. Crazy. They were doing good enough that he would have kept his job if they didn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say. But anyway, I think it's a different story if he got fired because he was coaching poorly and then the guy that. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's kind of the same.
Yeah. It's not exactly like. No, I get what you're saying. It's not like the dynamics weird. I just found that kind of interesting, but also good on him because some of these coaches that have been around a while, I feel like they wouldn't look at like these young coaches and say, you know what, I'm going to see what they're doing good.
Purdue, Gonzaga, Arizona, 3 of the more efficient and up-tempo offenses in the country, score a lot of points. Yep. Naturally, Xavier is now doing the same thing.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
And like the Big East too, I find that kind of bizarre, but it's working. Yeah, they 82 on UConn this week.
Obviously, Purdue this year is not the same as they were last year. They don't play with the same speed. A lot of that is losing Ivy.
And your best player is like 7.
They're gonna feed it in.
But yeah, no, that's a big tidbit I've been holding back on.
Yeah, no, that is interesting. That's quite the turnaround to just study those. But you can clearly tell, actually, that makes a lot of sense given how they've been playing. So
yeah, and I don't know. I'm getting distracted a bit, but there's comments. You want to take that?
Which one? The Lobos?
The other one is like.
Yeah. Well,
anti-Xavier
let's just
Sean
read
Miller.
it for the people that aren't seeing it.
Yep.
So your brother, Zach, has said, are the Lobos a dark horse this year?
With the Lobo emoji.
It's like a wolf. But,
it's close enough.
I doubt Apple put in a Lobo thing emoji. But no, I don't think they are. No, I don't think so. I think they were fortunate to have a really easy schedule to start the year. Sure, they won a bunch of games. Maybe they're a decent team, but
maybe they're. I don't know.
You think they are a decent team?
No, I'm not. Well, a dark horse in what context? I think they could be like a
Wyoming. They might win their conference.
Year.
Wyoming was one and done. How is that a dark horse?
No, but that team had a lot more potential than because they lost to Michigan first round, right?
No, that was Colorado State.
Maybe
Wyoming lost to Rutgers in the play-in.
I don't know. Okay, I'm thinking of Colorado State. I think they have that kind of potential where if you don't get, screwed on they probably would. But if you get in the tournament, if they don't get placed again,
I don't know. That's fair. That's fair. They could They could get in as a 10 seed and win against some 7.
They've been ranked multiple times, but every time they're ranked,
I don't think that they're a second weekend team.
No, I don't.
So I guess that's kind of what I was thinking in terms of dark horse, to make a run.
That's true.
I don't think I would say that, but
yeah,
I do agree with you. They could win a game in the tournament. Sure,
it's all relative, I guess, because I want to say they were one of the last undefeated teams in the country.
I think they were the second.
Last. So no, they're a good team, but the Mountain West is a pretty good conference. It's not like
Yeah.
So. It's not an easy place, but that doesn't help you because if you don't win the conference and you lose enough games, I don't see them getting skipped over unless they collapse.
I guess I'm going to show my knowledge here. I didn't even know they were in the Mountain West. So
yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Oh, really?
What? 5 teams made it from the Mountain West last year? 4 teams?
Wyoming, Colorado State,
San Diego State, Boise State.
Yeah, we're missing one.
Well, yeah. Anyway, and they weren't anywhere near that. Maybe that's testament to those teams being good last year, but I don't know.
And it's Patino's son coaching.
Yeah, I guess I did know that.
That's cool though. That's
yeah.
Okay, yeah. March Madness game there. That was a good time. They have a really cool home advantage. It's called the Pit. It's underground. Mm-hmm. If they're good, it's like a crazy place. You don't want to play there.
Yeah,
essentially. So. I don't know. You want to?
What are we thinking about Charleston and Florida Atlantic?
Florida Atlantic.
I think Florida Atlantic is actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to say they're better than Charleston.
I don't know.
Charleston, I feel like is sneaking away with everyone. It feels like Florida Atlantic is blowing everyone out right now.
Yeah, and the weird thing is they had never been ranked before. No. What, last week or?
Yeah, I remember. And they just won tonight. They're going to be probably in the top 20. If they're not, aren't they like 21? They're going to be in the top 20. I'm not
against it, but it seems a bit crazy to me, if I'm being honest.
Right.
Like, to think of them. Because they're top 20, that's like Miami territory.
Yeah. Which is
I don't
fine.
Think so.
I don't know if we're that phenomenal anyway.
No, I'm not going to trash. I can't really trash Miami. I think they're actually a solid team. I almost brought them
decent. Up. Yeah. I don't know if we've been a surprise this year, but I don't know. Every single year, no one thinks we're going to be good, so it's kind of like, yeah.
That was me. I'm not going to lie. Well, I didn't know what to expect, but I wasn't expecting anything good.
I would have expected us to be good. We only lost like 2 guys, and we brought in two of the best transfers in the country.
From Kansas State.
Nigel Pack and Norchad Omier, who was the Sun Belt Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, he's averaging nearly a double-double.
Someone did the research, so I'm impressed.
That isn't good. I mean, they say it every game when you watch him play. They're like, and he's the first scholarship basketball player from Nicaragua ever, I believe. Ever or this year. The only one this year. I think it's ever. It might be ever.
Because I was watching it, and then you're like, oh, they always say that, and I was kind of taken by that.
He grew up playing baseball. It was actually his first sport. He didn't play basketball until like later on in high school and stuff, but
and real quick, a little distracted. I was just figuring out New Mexico is like 4th in the conference right now, so they're 5-3. San Diego State at 7-1, so it's going to be a battle for them. Who knows? But they're a solid team.
They're not ranked. Are they ranked right now?
Well, they were ranked 25 and they lost, so I don't know what day that was. They're either just got unranked or they're going to be. So essentially, no, they're not ranked.
Right.
What else?
Conference is Florida Atlantic? Boy, that's a trivia question.
No clue. They need to figure that out.
They are not in this.
I'm not gonna pretend.
We
don't have time for them. Right. I don't care if they're ranked. We don't have to. No, we should. Oh yeah, I'll figure it out.
I don't know. Could be a guess.
Oh, Northeastern.
Yeah, I don't know.
Florida. Yeah. I don't. Real quick, Kansas State. I mean, I was watching them too. I was impressed, but I know
I like Kansas State.
Up and I thought of them. Whatever it was, but yeah.
I don't know what to say here, but I like Kansas State a lot. They have two really good guards. Guards are good in March. They play pretty good defense. Their point guard is leading the country in career steals right now. Not this season's steals, but
Sills?
Noel.
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of Pack. I'm getting confused. Okay, yes.
No, but Noel, he leads the.
Yeah.
And then they have Keontae Johnson, who, I mean, is a tremendous story if you don't know what happened to him. He collapsed on the court when he was playing for Florida and had some sort of heart issue.
Like cardiac arrest.
Cardiac arrest. Similar to DeMar Hamlin. A lot of people started thinking about him when that happened.
That's true.
And stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, he ends up getting back on his feet. He transfers to Kansas State, and he's averaging 20 or so a game, and I don't know, one of the best offensive teams in the country too. So I think that I like them to make it a long ways.
I like that too. The weird thing is with them, I know Sills was pretty impressive when we were watching.
When they played Kansas.
Yeah, he's a guard on the team. They only beat Kansas by 1, but they were just really impressive in the game. And the one thing, their old coach was Bruce Weber. Am I saying that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and they made a run with him, but I feel like their new coach Jerome Tang, he assistant at Baylor, and he used to be an assistant at Baylor, obviously. And I don't think this team is like that. Like if they made a run, it wouldn't shock me. And also I don't think if they made a run, they'd be outmatched. Kind of what you're alluding to. Like they can make a run. It shouldn't be a shock if they do. They're in the best conference in America, Big 12.
Right, yeah.
So,
and I just randomly, I'm pretty sure Florida Atlantic's in Conference USA. Now that I think
I was actually pulling that up, and I think
I'm
you got
pretty
it right.
sure that's.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I just randomly thought of that. I don't know. My mind was all over the place. Anyway.
I like the trivia, keeping us honest. But yeah, I'm not gonna know that. Oh, Bill Walton's back announcing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a comment we got.
I know. I saw it.
No, I'm just letting people know, so I'm not just randomly there.
Yeah.
But what do you think of Walton?
I'm kind of indifferent to him at this point. They've kind of taken a lot of primetime games away from him, I feel like. He just does low-key Pac-12 games with, no fans in this. I don't want to, be mean, but, he does mediocre teams in the Pac-12, usually late at night. So I don't even watch that much of it, to be honest.
It's sad, to be honest. No, someone else.
When it's not an important game, though, I'm fine with listening to him because he's really off track. So it makes it more interesting to have something else to listen to, kind of in the back of your mind while you're watching.
Yeah, it depends, I guess, what you're looking for. If you want real focused on the game, you probably hate the guy and hope he never announces it.
Well, it's just kind of wild to be the color commentary. He's supposed to be the guy that's adding insight to the game.
He's adding insight to life.
And he's he's not adding insight towards the game very much, but he's entertaining.
Yeah, no, I'll give him that. And one thing with the Big 12, I don't know, it's a really good conference, but the weird thing is Texas Tech.
Yeah,
they've fallen off 0-10 in conference play.
0-7, I'm pretty sure.
0-7. Yeah, no, they haven't played 10 games. I think they're 10-10 or something, but kind of bizarre. I don't know.
Yeah, really weird.
I don't know what to attribute that to, I guess.
Well, McCullough left. Shannon left.
Oh, okay, yeah. Terrence Shannon, one of their guards. Both of them are guards.
Terrence Shannon, and he's more of a forward. Yeah, he is. But yeah, both of those guys left. and now it's just kind of a banner. I feel like he's the only one there anymore.
I realized he was there. Yeah, he transferred from Oral Roberts, weirdly enough.
Yeah, when him and Max Asmus, man, with Oral Roberts when they made Sweet 16, that was awesome.
And he's still tearing it up.
He is. Yeah, he's still top 5 in the country in scoring. I remember he was a freshman that year, I think.
See, I didn't know that. I assumed he was about done.
No, I saw him he was just getting going.
Yeah.
They're pretty good, actually, again, this year, I think. I don't know if they're first in their conference or anything, but I know people think that if they make it back to March, like, they could be scary again.
Yeah, that's the thing. But also, I feel like once you made a run, you can still make a run again, but it's a lot tougher because people know your name. They know we're not screwing around when we play these games.
That was such a crazy upset when they beat Ohio State. Man, I cannot believe that was a crazy game.
Well, who's the next team they played? They should have beat them. They had a
wide open 3. Beat Florida the next game. They lost to Arkansas.
Wide open 3 right as time was going.
He dribbled fast break all the way down the court and shot a fadeaway 3.
Well,
it was off back iron.
Yeah, but I mean,
it was a decent look, sure.
No, I get it was rushed, but like he's the guy who wants shooting.
Yeah,
there was for what the.
I thought he made it.
Yeah,
I thought he made it, especially with the camera angle. It was right on line. I remember that.
That was a letdown.
That would have been so cool.
But yeah, no, they're good. No, I agree though. McCullough, he went to Kansas. Shannon to Illinois. Kansas just keeps taking like. They also took Remy Martin the year before from ASU. I don't like it at all. I don't know what else to say. You're already a powerhouse. Let me cherry pick the top guys from these other Power 5 teams.
That seems to be the way to do it though, because freshmen, team full of freshmen,
look at Duke.
Not working. Look at Duke. Look at Arkansas. Sure, they've had some injuries. You can tell me all about it. But
you love the Muss Bus. It's crashed. It crashed on the highway.
Yeah.
No one was injured, but.
Okay, well, let's get some things clarified. Last year, I was on the Muss Bus because I thought they were going to be good. This year.
They were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this year they're bad, so I don't really care about them.
You're like a bandwagon.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'd say that.
A bus fan. That just doesn't sound
That doesn't seem fair because I chose them before they were.
Oh,
I just like their team.
Your hot team.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just cheering for them. I do like Musselman.
Yeah, he's got it.
I do like the Muss Bus.
He's a confusing guy.
He is an interesting fellow. He's interesting.
I kind of like his energy, and other times I'm like, what's this guy like in the real world when he's not shooting videos and basketball stuff? Anyway.
Honestly, their guard that was so good for them last year that graduated, and I can't think of his name, and it's driving me crazy.
No. I was going to.
Well, I know they still have JD Note.
Is that last year? I feel like that was 2 years ago.
No, it was last year.
Okay. Jeez.
Yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah.
Oh, because he was good on the glass. Am I thinking?
I don't know. You're maybe thinking of Jalen Williams.
Oh, yeah. I think he's – yeah. No, I didn't want to admit it, but last year, there was no denying it in the tournament.
Well, they beat Gonzaga. They knocked out number 1 overall seed, and then they got kind of smoked by Duke. It was kind of sad, but things happen.
No, Duke, I know we touched on him, but what do you think? Because I know the big thing was, look, John Shire is in his first year, so let's make that clear. But, he had – I don't know what their rank was, but one of the best recruiting classes coming in.
One.
Well, they were one.
I think they were number 1, and then I think Arkansas was maybe number 2 or 3. Right. So.
Well, that's not the way to win. I don't know if Duke's going to do anything. I'm not even really afraid of them like normal.
No, I know they beat Miami, which was sad, but that was a road game. It's tough especially at Cameron. They're okay. I don't know if they're a team that's going to make a run, but they have some pieces. Filipowski's good.
He is good.
He's a good
How
player.
Is he the main guy out of everyone that came in?
And then they just got
Roach.
Yeah. Jeremy Roach back from injury.
But then
Whitehead just got hurt.
I was going to say,
He played really well against Miami. And that's actually a really good question. That distracted me a lot, but that's a good question to talk about.
That's fine. That's why we get the questions.
Yeah.
Let's just go to it
Let's just go to it. Yeah, Duke.
Where is Bronny going to
TBD
play?
On Duke. They got potential. Might be able to make a run.
Yeah. No, I don't hate that.
I asked a question.
Really hope they don't. So where is Bronny going to play? Laughing emoji. I like that. Well, it is kind of funny because no, I guess these schools would be recruiting like a 4-star guy.
Right.
But his name helps. But I mean, he's definitely improved. He's not like some rando that just, going to college because of his dad. So,
yeah, he's made leaps and bounds to his game the last couple of years.
I remember freshman year, it was like
right. It was like he was averaging like 4 points a game.
Yeah.
Like people were freaking out. It was like Bronny, he's averaging like 4 points. But now he's actually, he's got decent numbers. He's really athletic. I mean, obviously, he's got all-state softball player, his mom.
I forget about it.
And then, obviously, LeBron James is his dad, if you didn't know that.
That helps.
So, he's pretty athletic fella.
Yeah, and, we didn't even say. So, reportedly, okay, well, LeBron made a statement that kind of not refutes this, but they said he could go to USC, Oregon, or Ohio State are probably his top 3. LeBron made a comment like, I can make a call and he can play anywhere, which that's one way to undermine how people view your son. But I don't know. You have a thought where he goes?
Something's telling me UCLA. I don't know.
You mean USC?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
USC.
I was like, well, he could. He likes LA, I guess, with USC.
Although UCLA sounds good too.
That would make more sense.
It would make more sense. That's kind of why I was in the back of my mind. I was just thinking UCLA.
What is with USC? They're like a flashy school, but they never do anything. The most they do is make the tournament and they have potential, and they're like, nope, they never came.
They're like, here's Evan Mobley.
Yeah. Enjoy, Cavs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's not a bad.
I think he's a kind of guy that might stay in California, though.
Okay, fair enough.
But I know there's been a lot of rumors of Oregon lately.
Oregon's weird because they're usually like, they recruit good. I don't like the team, but I can't really say anything bad about the program. Like, the coach does a good job.
I hate their basketball floor. I hate their court.
I've gotten used to it. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. I couldn't think of his name. Dana Altman, not the coach. Mm-hmm. There you go. But, no, Oregon, I could see. The weird thing is Ohio State seems kind of like the third, well, at least speculation is that's probably maybe the least likely of the 3, which is weird because of LeBron. He's an Ohio State fan, but his son didn't grow up in the same place. So I guess you can't just say, oh, LeBron.
Ohio State does seem weird. It seems like a bizarre place. I just don't know if I could see him going there. But
they're underperforming this year. I don't know what's going on with their program either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, they're kind of I don't want to compare them to USC. It seems too easy. But
I haven't really followed them all that much this year. Probably they haven't had any really marquee. I mean, they have had probably some marquee games, but I haven't.
A lot of good losses and.
Yeah, a lot of good losses. A lot of quality losses at Ohio State. Bronny, welcome. Quality losses.
He can start immediately.
He could.
No, I don't know. It's not like I've been tracking them, but it's more like I was kind of shocked. I was like, wait, they're doing that bad? Because usually they're in contention. They're a place you go on the road. Mm-hmm. If you're even top 5, you're like, yeah, they could lose there. But this year, I don't really know what's going on. Chris Holtmann, he's not a bad coach for sure.
He's a good coach.
Maybe
it feels kind of that way with the whole Big Ten, though. They all feel kind of.
Yeah, but the media likes him for March.
I know you want to talk about it. Here's your shot.
There you go. You gave me bait.
Take your shot.
No, I didn't even have anything big to say, but 11 teams?
11 teams.
Who was
projected
that?
to make the field?
Just a random.
Probably Lenardi's thing.
Lenardi or one of the big projections. Yeah.
Either CBS or Lenardi.
That's
11
CBS.
teams.
Yeah.
For the Big Ten to make it to the big dance,
which is kind of absurd when we were talking about how every year that last year I think it was last year the Big Ten got decimated.
They get decimated every year,
but they bring in so many teams that they can say, oh, we got 4 teams in the Sweet 16 or.
Yeah.
It's you brought in.
Well, even last year, who did good for the Big Ten last year, though? Nobody.
They were all gone. Michigan beating Colorado State. Is that good?
Michigan did okay. Well, they beat Tennessee, too. They made the Sweet 16.
Tennessee.
I don't know.
Another underperforming team.
Mm-hmm. But Tennessee really underperforms in March.
And they're highly ranked again, but offensively, they just
Yeah, I picked them to go to the Final Four that one year. The year that they lost to Purdue, actually.
Okay.
With Carson Edwards.
Yeah. Well, they had what was his name? Forward or center one year who was like a tank.
You're talking. He's on the.
I'm going
Celtics now.
No, not Robert Williams.
No, not Robert Williams.
It doesn't matter. I shouldn't have brought the guy up.
Oh man,
they underperform. They're like, but I guess that's the biggest
Zach
thing.
Probably knows, but anyway.
What he?
Oh, I'm sure. Celtics guy. Is that what we're thinking of?
I think
Although I don't know.
I'm not even thinking of him as the issue.
Okay,
but no,
Grant Williams played for Tennessee.
He was
SEC Player of the Year. That was
Still didn't do anything.
I'm sure that's not who you're thinking of. Okay.
No, I don't know.
I
just have a guy's image in my head.
All right.
We'll leave it at that there. But the best team is Purdue in the Big Ten, which
that's a good first team.
But I don't buy them at all. Like I buy them, but in March I would never bet on them. I don't care.
I don't know if I don't buy them, but I don't know. Yeah. All right. So would you say you're selling them?
Sure. Buy and sell. I'm selling Purdue.
Until
they make the Final Four, until they actually do something with a good team. Every year they're all there. This is a year that no, it's not.
You're gonna sell the whole Big Ten, aren't you?
It's never the year. Yeah, I will, because next in line is like Michigan's up there, Indiana, like Northwestern, a bunch of
Rutgers.
Rutgers, they're second. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that.
Rutgers is okay.
But how is this a league that gets 10 in? It's a bunch of like decent teams in Purdue. I don't
have any idea. Maybe people will say, "Oh, they did their work in the non-conference." No. Not really. They lost the ACC Big Ten Challenge, which people are. Actually, the ACC I think has 6 or 7 teams in right now, which is huge for them. They haven't had that many in like 3 years.
Yeah.
So
that's good. I'll say that.
Big for the ACC, but I don't know.
How are they not getting in more than the Big Ten? That's like stuff like that. Yeah. I don't even like to give the ACC credit, but if you're gonna do a bunch of, I just don't understand, where I just do not understand what they see in these middle teams. If you go to another conference, teams with that record, that schedule, you're not going to say, oh, this is an easy tournament team. Mm-hmm. That's like, oh, they're a bubble team. They have work to do. But
yeah. We kind of glossed over Houston, too. Zach is wondering how we're feeling about them.
That's a great question. I don't really know what to think.
I don't know what to think about them either, because they're so inconsistent. For a lot of consistent guys, they've had the same guys, same coach. Nothing really changed. But game in and game out, they seem like a different team sometimes.
They have what's his name? Shed?
Yeah, Jamal Shed.
And
Marcus Sasser.
That's
back
Sasser.
From injury.
They have really good players.
Yeah.
Like you would.
I have a freshman. His name's gonna escape me, but he went nuts against Memphis a couple days. He had like the first 12 points of the game or something like.
Jeez.
Oh, by the way, Imani Bates, did you see that?
41?
Yeah, he's at Eastern Michigan. Yeah. He scored 32 points for his team in a row, which is like bizarre. I don't know if I don't know if they keep track of like records for that, but I can't imagine there's something like crazier than that.
I don't know. Houston, they're like, it's hard to tell also when you don't play in a good conference. Because who are they going to get tested by? Maybe they'll rack up wins that way. Yeah.Maybe they'll get exposed by losing to a bunch of. They lost to Temple.
Yeah, they lost to Temple at home.
What is that? 2 days ago?
Yeah, it was
pretty recent.
Was it Saturday?
It may have been a weekend game
or Sunday. But I don't know. The AAC plays a lot of Sunday games. It might have been Sunday.
Okay,
might have been Sunday night.
Yeah, but no, I don't know what to think. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You would think on paper, I would say, oh, they're one of the best teams in America. And they're ranked as such, but I don't know.
And they still could be. I mean, it's not crazy to think that they have the tournament experience and they get hot in March and win the – I don't think that's crazy at all to think they could cut down the nets. But
that's the thing I don't like about this year. I told you this. As like – and, Arizona inconsistent. I don't really think they're worth talking about at the moment. That's not a slight. It's just like if there's something – but I'm not just going to – talk about them
solid.
As
they're worth talking about. They're solid.
Okay. Yeah, we're number 6.
Yeah.
Sometimes we look like number 6. Sometimes we look like 50 in the country.
Washington State's back for more blood
tonight. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the team that Arizona got exposed.
You guys scored 54 points.
Yeah, at home.
I'm pretty sure 54, right? 67-54.
Sounds right. I was listening to it on the radio.
sitting down, eating a nice meal at a local restaurant. And I just checked my phone, looking through scores, and Arizona, down 15 at home against Washington State. And I was like, how in the world is that even possible? But
yeah, that was one of the few times after a game I posted on social media kind of a shot at the team. Well, it was just more of a I said, if you want to beat us, let us jack threes and just play defense in transition. I mean, kind of true.
Yeah, you stop the tempo and hope they have an off night shooting. Yeah, that's the key.
Yeah,
and score on the other end. It's hard for a team and don't turn the ball over too.
Yeah, no, Arizona by no means is bad. It's been kind of a weird year. They started red hot, where it's like, what? How are they this good? And then they kind of stumbled as of late. They swept the LA schools at home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You want to make a pick for the big dance? That'll really expose us when they.
No, I have a pick actually.
Do terrible. You have a pick?
Alabama. I don't even.
Alabama's
really think
your
about
pick.
It. They're consistent. They have good wins. I don't like this year because. Any team, I want to avoid most of the teams that will be in the bracket because everyone's shown kind of flashes and everyone's shown that they're human and can lose to pretty much anyone. But Alabama, I think they're one of the best teams so far. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't even know if I have a pick. I'll go Kansas State. I feel like it's crazy. I feel like it's crazy, but I'll go with them. I think they're possibly the most dangerous team in the Big 12, and
they're on top of
that's a tough conference. So.
They're literally in first place, tied for first. But
that's a tough conference. They're going to be battle tested. They're going to know how to play against a lot of different teams, and I'll go with Kansas State. Although that could change.
Yeah, they're kind of. I'm just comparing them in terms of they're kind of an outside team, outside the main, I guess, 5. But feel like they're kind of like Texas Tech when they were really good last year.
I actually think Iowa State is going to be sneaky good too.
And they just beat Kansas State, actually.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that just because they beat Kansas State. But just watching them play, they don't turn the ball over. They don't really necessarily rely on the three. They can hit them at times. But, they play defense. They keep the ball. I don't know. They're just really efficient. And teams like that don't turn the ball over, don't miss a lot of shots, don't let the other team get in transition.
Well, you said last night they're hard to beat. If you don't make mistakes and you're not letting the other team run all over the place, then I mean,
Yeah, they don't beat themselves. And in March, that's huge because some teams shoot their way right out of it, turn the ball over. They're not going to do that. So,
yeah, I don't know. It makes me want to make more March projections, but I don't think we should at this point. This is the first episode back.
Right.
I don't know. I'm trying to, anything else on your mind?
No, not really.
Anything brewing upstairs? If anyone's got more questions, we can answer them. We'll give you a few seconds here, but I think that was pretty much it for us.
Something actually makes me want to say UCLA too, because I really like the way they play.
I really hope not.
I really like the way they play. I think Tiger Campbell is one of the best pure point guards in the country for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So, we could do some NBA stuff. I mean, we don't
go after Zion.
I don't know much other than Zion. He's always injured. Oh man, big Pelicans fan. They're just always hurt. Ingram just came back, but I don't know. We've lost 6 in a row. We were in first place just a couple weeks ago. We're now down to 5th or 6th place in the West. So,
jeez, Kings are relevant. That's kind of news.
Yeah, that's different for sure.
Yeah, kind of a shock. Who was it? You who said? Oh yeah, you were. You were like, I didn't even know they had fans.
Yeah, you were like, their fans must be excited. And I said, which ones?
And the Suns.
Starting to pick it up again.
They are. Bunch of injuries, but even before the injuries, they were kind of. I don't know.
The Celtics, man, they're really good. Yeah. Luka's really good.
I still like the Bucks.
Top analysis right here.
I still like the Bucks, though. I feel like
in the East, do you like the Bucks?
I don't know to come out, but I like their team. Giannis. I guess it's because I just like Giannis too.
Yeah.
I like how he's a confident guy. Fair enough, you're in the NBA, but he's also somewhat relatable, just a funny guy at times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a hell of a player. I guess more relevant to how good I think they would get.
Yeah, Cavaliers are fun. They're a really fun team.
Yeah, Mobley. We talked about that.
What did Mitchell have that night that Hamlin got hurt? Yeah. It was like the worst night to go off like ever. He had like 70-some points.
It got buried by the
And it got buried, yeah. Like people didn't hear about that at all because it was obviously not the biggest story of the night. So
Nuggets are doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Who's
Jokic? He's actually favorite to win the MVP again.
He's always,
even though Luka, man, I don't know how you don't give it to Luka. That's crazy. People are putting up numbers in the NBA, man, like you'd never see. It's crazy.
Lakers, are they going to make playoffs?
Oh, I hope not.
Are they?
Russell Westbrook favorite for sixth man of the year.
You know what? I'm happy I accepted the sixth man. Before he laughed. Oh no, that was Carmelo.
That was the Nets too. The Nets in the East.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Kyrie is when he plays, he's undeniably great.
Yeah,
it's just will he play? Does he get in a hot water?
Probably a top 3-point guard in the NBA when he plays.
Yeah,
probably him, Steph, and Ja.
That is a good point though. The Nets, the Grizzlies, they're relevant, but the Nets, they're dangerous.
They've been playing well too.
Yeah.
Except for Ben. No, wait. Is Ben Simmons even on their team anymore? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he just had a showdown with Embiid.
He's so bad. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, the Pacers, I know they have a bunch of U of A guys. I don't actually know how they're doing as a team. I know, but the U of A guys, TJ McConnell, Ben Mathurin are doing pretty solid in the NBA. God, there's just...
Not their only guys in the NBA Arizona anymore?
Nah, I was gonna say no. No, Coloco. No, Coloco might have gotten sent down.
Did he get sent down? He was starting for the beginning of the
year.
I
don't even think it was because you're doing bad. It was more. I think they just sent him to a he called it a developmental league.
They sent him down to the G League. Oh no.
What? I didn't even recognize the team name. It was some weird.
Yeah, the G League.
Yeah, but it was a numbered name. Which I'm is that even G League or is that some other program?
I know the 76ers are bad, but they're not in the G League.
No,
they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they're decent.
Yeah.
But who else? No,
all right. I feel like we're just rambling. We're having conversations that aren't exactly relevant at this point. So I feel like it's a good sign-off point, to be honest.
You're right.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I was glad to be back.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. I don't know. Yeah. Have we decided on a
I'm thinking probably Friday.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, Friday afternoon, evening, somewhere in there, 5.
Yeah, so get people to tune on if you enjoyed.
Yeah.
We also went live on YouTube, so if you want to subscribe on there.
Hardwood Homies on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like and sub.
Sub, exactly. If we go live, I don't know, get people to watch. We will let's do the in-depth on teams. That was your idea. I didn't really.
Yeah.
It was on me that we didn't do more of those, but as we get into March, we'll do a breakdown of teams more.
Team previews.
Yep. Who do they got? What are their weaknesses? How far do we think they'll go?
Yeah. We'll have to actually check in on those. Maybe we could do a recap of how those listen to those and give some of our takeaways at the beginning of
before
how they went. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Ooh, Kentucky's going to age really poorly. I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
We both picked them to win the championship.
Well.
And they got beat by the Peacocks first round.
Come on, though. I mean, it wasn't a bad pick. I really don't think.
It was, though, apparently.
Well,
I mean, in hindsight.
I guess reality says it was a terrible pick.
Yeah.
It made March kind of fun. That was a cool episode.
Did we do Kansas? Hopefully we don't.
I feel like I never will pick Kansas to win because I just feel
you don't like them.
No, well, yes. But I don't like a lot of these teams, and I deal with them.
Wow.
Coexist with the blue bloods you hate.
All right.
But yes. On that note,
Homies out.
Yep. There we go. That took a long. Oh, it still wasn't.